if you were back in the front office right now and you had Bill Belichick's ear, would you say if Hugh Jackson calls us at 12, sold?
I say no. In fact, I did this for my video on the Patriots. The first thing I said to fix the Patriots, don't trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't, because you know he's a really good player. You're not going to get the value. You're going to undersell this.
The 12th overall pick
12th
and maybe
overall
something else is not value for somebody's...
For a starting quarterback, especially when your quarterback is at... Now, I know Tom's probably going to play forever, okay?
You have to give that caveat with him, I understand, but he's going to be 40 when it all kicks off.
There's no history. There's no history behind a 31-year-old head coach in the NFL being successful. There's no history behind a 40-year-old quarterback going on and having success. Brady might be able to take everything away and make his own history. And Sean McVay may be able to make his own history for the Rams. But there's no precedent, and why would you go against the odds?
So then what are the Browns going to do? What do you think Hugh Jackson is Sashi Brown and everybody sitting in Cleveland is thinking right now? Lomo?
I think they're probably thinking A.J. McCarron. Everybody thought he was going to become a free agent, but because he didn't get a vested season, they're going to have to trade for him. And, maybe Hugh can deal with Mike Brown on a trade.
Because obviously he knows everything about A.J.
He knows everything about A.J. McCarron, so where else is he going to go? They're not in the Mike. It doesn't sound like they're in the Mike Lennon sweepstakes.
But why would the Bengals trade him within division? Why in the world would they do something like that?
Because maybe the Bengals know what they have with them. It's the same reason why Belichick traded Drew Bledsoe to Buffalo. He knew what he was. He felt comfortable making that trade. If you feel comfortable with the player and you know what the player is, isn't it kind of ironic that you go play against the guy then you could defend him really well? You know what his strengths and weaknesses are, so you go take those away. So everybody talks about don't do that, but if you know him, then you could take away his strengths and weaknesses.
Is Myles Garrett first overall?
I think there's no question about that. Yeah, look. If you're Cleveland, you want to do two things in this draft. You want to get some blue chip players. You've had all these draft picks. You had how many last year? 16 picks or whatever they had last year. You need a blue chip rusher. You need somebody who could look. If you're going to build a team, get a left tackle, get some pass rushers, and get a quarterback. All the other stuff you can figure out a way along the way. But if you don't have a left tackle that can block, they do with Joe Thomas. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a pass rusher, they don't have one there. They need to get a pass rusher that can dominate the game Von Miller style. And I think if you can get Myles Garrett, you should do it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.